Go through with PTSD also. I'm ex-military, but I learned how to turn it into microphone techniques. So I'm gonna freestyle and then I'm gonna tell y'all a little something, because Wanda D told me to freestyle. Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. Hard with the drums. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I come from the boogie down, south side of town. MCs like me, we come incredible. See, I've been spending so much time in my head. Grab the microphone. Did you hear what I just said? I got skills, rocking on the mic. I pay bills all the time. Rapping on the beat with the rhyme. I'm coming off the top of my mind. I do this all the time. This is how I rhyme. I am enough.
I am enough.
Sing it. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. Times right now totally rough. Every time I'm dealing with this stuff, I grab the microphone and I don't bluff. And when I hold the microphone, I'm like the bluff. Sit back and watch the crowd rock. I grab the microphone non-stop. Blast the microphone is, I got a bonus to grab this mic and do just what I like. Too much hesitation, I had to take a turn. Sit back, relax so I can unwind. Messing with my mind. Now I gotta come out here and show this one time that I could unwind. Say a little stuff that was on my mind. And this is how we do. Are y'all with me? I'm with you too. Say I am enough.
I am enough.
Say I am enough.
I am enough.
Come on, times are tough and you know it's rough, but say I am enough.
I am enough.
Say I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. I am enough. I'm from the Bronx, baby. Alright.
In the 8C.
Wanda is considered one of the most passionate and positive people you'll ever meet, both personally and professionally. Her inspirational mentoring, sales, and customer service training has dubbed her to be Wanda D. Hollis, the Motivational Queen. She launched Wanda D TV, a revolutionary online real estate talk show where local businesses and community leaders discuss their services, issues, and concerns. Wanda is passionate about helping people achieve their goals and dreams. She has gone on to pursue many passions, including her I Am Enough talk show, having a seat on the West Georgia Board of Realtors, author of inspirational and motivational books, and also a strong supporter of several nonprofit organizations within her community. Wanda believes that there's no such thing as bad decisions, only regrets of not making the right attempt. For speaking engagements or to book her for your next event or conference, please visit www.IamEnough365.com.
Welcome to the I Am Enough Talk Show, and I am Wanda D, the Motivational Queen, your accountability coach, helping you get it done. Yes, this is a special edition of the I Am Enough Talk Show, award-winning I Am Enough Talk Show. And first of all, I want to ask you something. How you doing today? How are you today? Come on in the room, reach out and touch a friend. Tell them that the I Am Enough Talk Show is on and we are ready to make it happen, okay? Because your dreams matter. That's our tag. And again, welcome. I got a very special guest in the room. She's not new to you, but she may be new to some, but she was actually, we interviewed her before on the Winning Evening News, and she's been around, she's been on ABC, NBC, she's been all over the place, just out here spreading her message. And like I was saying, I had gotten some comments because everybody was like, wow. Yeah, the story that she's going to bring to us today is going to be a big wow. So, and I do want to tell you that it's even hard for me knowing who I'm talking to or who I'm about to talk to. The story is a bit much. And so, just brace yourself, take a deep breath and take it all in. But we're ready, and not only ready to bring you this story, but also bring you some hopefully some resources where you can stay connected with our with our wonderful, wonderful guests. And also, if you may know someone that needs this information, please just like, invite, and share. You know what we say, sharing is caring, right? Absolutely. So I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And let me just acknowledge some people that's in the room that's already joined us. Thank you, Yvette, for coming in from Boston this beautiful afternoon. So I'm so turned around, right? I'm used to mornings and then I'm used to evenings. I don't know what time of day it is, but thank you, Queen, for coming in. Thank you, Vivian, for joining us today as well. Thank you, Demetria. Absolutely. Thank you for showing up and showing out. Thank you, Felicia. Be the light. That's our songbird in the building. You should come on in here and give us a song. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you so much. So please, as you continue to come on in the room, we're not going to be here very long, but just make sure that you reach out to those and let them know that we're on, and also share this information, share it out to your pages. It's very important that we use our resources properly. And I have been talking a lot about passing along information, especially good information, great information. We don't have a problem spreading bad news, but how about we focus on spreading good news? Thank you so much for coming in the room today, Miss Frida. Thank you so much. She says she's from Marietta, where it's better. Okay, you better represent that Marietta. Okay, then I'll see you in that house, Marietta. I don't even have my bell. Okay, so y'all gonna have to ring a bell for me, all right? But come on in here. This is the I Am Enough talk show where your dreams matter. And if you're interested in being on the talk show, all you have to do is send an email to iamenough talkshow@gmail.com. That's iamenough talkshow@gmail.com. Well, without further ado, let me just tell you a little bit about our guest, or I should say, let me just describe her book to you. She is the author of Abandoned but Not Forgotten, and this is a very, very powerful memoir by Dana Priyanka Hammond, who was, as a 4-year-old child, she was abducted at a train station in India and brought to the States. She was left there, brought to the States. She's faced many trials and tribulations. She's been abandoned. She was abused, assaulted, and also being part of a foster care system in America that is very, very broken. And yet she has overcome all of these obstacles that have been stacked against her. She is a true woman of strength and honor and courage. And I just can't say enough about her. So let's just ring some bells, guys, ring those virtual bells and give it up for our guest. Hey,
Hi.
Dana.
Hi, Wanda. Hi, everyone. Good to see you guys. Thank you for welcoming me in the show. I appreciate it. And like Wanda said, I am an author of a book called Abandoned but Not Forgotten, One Woman's True Story of Being Abducted as a Child to Scoring the Planet for Her Birth Parents. So I am currently on a journey to finding my birth family.
Absolutely. So where are you now?
As to finding my birth family?
No, where are you living now?
Oh, I am in Seattle, Washington. So Washington State.
Washington State. Okay, well, Dana, you want to take us back through the journey of just a little bit about that experience and up to this point that you're at now. And happy birthday, because you just celebrated a birthday, right?
Yes.
When was your birthday?
On the 23rd.
On the 23rd? Okay, well, I celebrate for a whole month, so I don't know about you. I don't know if you still celebrate, if you're still in birthday mode or not. But again, happy birthday to you. So and at 4 years old, you were abducted, and like you say, you were placed in a rice sack, and then you ended up in America, correct?
That's correct. Just to be abused, yes.
Yes. So tell them about that journey of one day being with your family and then the next day not.
Yeah. So my recollection of India was where my first memory of India was being abducted and being thrown in a rice sack. And I believe chloroform was placed over my mouth. And that's how I ended up being in the rice sack and just always extremely feeling sleepy and tired. And God knows for how long, but I just remember opening up my eyes in between here and there, so I can remember my surroundings. And just recognizing the surroundings of my life, and just whatever I can intake,
Right.
not knowing whether that's important or not, but I just know that a man was carrying me on his back, and wherever he was taking me, it was a dangerous life for me, but I ended up being in the train after a while, and then traveling down the train, God knows how long the journey was, and until I made it to a train station in Pune, India.
Mm-hmm. And then from Pune, India, where did you go from there?
I didn't make it far. All I know is that a train station cop found me, and it was determined that I was begging for money. So because he found me, he brought me to the orphanage. But there is such thing called adoption trafficking, and but I won't truly know until, but I believe I was adoption trafficked, but I won't truly know until I find my birth family exactly what happened and why I was trafficked and how I got kidnapped from their lives.
Right, right.
And not being able to reunite myself with my family. And to be quite honest, my birthday is not my real birthday. I don't know my real birthday. I don't know my real age. I believe the orphanage guessed my real age right. And I don't know my real name or anything came from.
Wow. You know what? I can't even imagine, that experience. I just really, I feel it, it's a very emotional place to be in. And I know you went through the system in America. We talked about it before, by it being so not a good system, just being kids being taken advantage of. Do you want to share anything about that? Like any experiences that kind of stand out the most? I'm letting you just kind of do, I don't want to push hard. I don't, because I can only, my heart just is in this place of, I don't know, just what were those emotions and feelings? And, I remember seeing one picture where they had a birthday party for you. And, like, was it ever a happy time, or was all the times kind of like sad and abusive? Do you want to share any part of that growing up?
The pictures that I did attach with the book, I had of the orphanage, and then with my first adopted parents, which they neglected me. They didn't even bother to take care of me. They took care of me for a short while. Then after that, it was abuse and neglection. So I pretty much had to steal to eat food. And when I was going through abuse at home, it was abuse at school, being bullied at school because I'm not, Caucasian or American, I didn't look like them. So I finally got taken away from that home and placed in shelters, and then finally foster home. And foster home, it just seemed like they just wanted you just for the money of it, because you were just another cash cow, and it wasn't where they really cared about your needs and your well-being. You were just there. And as a teenager, my life was just pretty much boring. And trying to surpass my life and not really learning the meaning of life and understanding. I mean, even though I didn't get it from my first adopted parents, it's like nobody throughout the lifetime wanted to even teach the ethical of life,
Right. Like the basic skills, like how you're doing with your daughter, teaching her manners and teaching her how to take care of herself, hygiene and all of the normal things that we go through growing up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So was there any other children that you had a good relationship with?
Yes, I had a good relationship with my foster sisters, but I I kind of ran away with them in the middle of the night, and when I felt like it, and I remember that one of the times I got finally tired of it, and one of my foster sisters, she decided to go on her own, and she got raped, and I felt so bad. I felt like I was solely responsible because I didn't want to go anymore, and I felt like I should have been there to protect her, and I wasn't. So I remember her coming home crying and saying that and telling me the details, like what happened to her and how she was afraid to tell our foster parents, what happened, but she knew eventually she would have to, and so I did have very good relationship with two of my foster sisters who were close in age with me, but a little bit, we had age differences a little bit. In the beginning, they were kind of mean because they didn't like me, but after a while, they got used to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was the longest period that you stayed, like with the two that you eventually got close? Was that the longest that you stayed with the foster parents? That situation there?
It was.
Okay. Did you age out of that?
No, I pretty much, I was forewarned that those foster parents were the type that if they didn't want you there anymore, they would make up a story about you, figure out a way to get rid of you. And I felt like that's what happened to me. They created some kind of scenario about me abusing another child, and I laid hands on somebody or something, a little girl, and just to get rid of me, and which I knew I had nothing to do with anything with her. So yeah, that's what happened, and I ended up leaving the home and being placed temporarily at another place until I got adopted again.
So how many times have you been adopted?
Twice. After so the first time I came to America, that was my first time, and then second time when I was at the age of 17, I came to the state where I'm at because I got adopted again.
Dana, how hard, or at what point did you decide to tell your story? Because I know how, we've talked several times. So, and I thank God for you, because you are helping other people, through your story. And that's the whole point, I think, when we all go through something. But you've been through something that most of us, just can't even imagine. So how much did you struggle with just coming into telling your story and wanting to help other people identify the things that you do now today?
I struggled a lot because it really took God really to share my identity to myself about me, and showing me my platform. And I was scared. I was very petrified because I'm like, God, you mean to tell me I'm going to be responsible over all these people? And I said, I'm a human being. I make errors, I make mistakes, and I'm Dana. Dana have a fire to her, and people judge a lot, and you get misunderstood a lot because of your fire, and they don't. Not everyone is willing to pour into your cup and value you and honor you and understand who you are as a character. They don't want to get to know you like that, And so even now, like I just this year alone, I went through that very harsh judgment and betrayal and being backstabbed. I've been character assassinated this year alone. So I understand what it feels like being misunderstood a lot, and people not valuing who you are and your worthiness and who you are, because they don't want to take the time to embrace a relationship with you. They'd rather backstab you and character assassinate you than anything else.
Yeah. I know also in that process of coming out, that it always comes with a lot of scrutiny, and people have that kind of way about them. Unfortunately, we live in a world that is very judgmental. And even you spoke of something in the beginning, talking about just this whole racketeering of children, and the whole adoption process, how they're all kind of like in cahoots. I can't remember what it was. It was some time ago where I know a judge was like facilitating the kids what organization or what home that they go into. And he was a part of the whole circuit of, the abuse. So, how do you go about now that you were, so to speak, come out and you're using your story to help educate people of the system? How do you go about revealing the system and how it's broken and how that is affecting us as a whole?
Well, just one soul at a time, one person at a time, can I tell my story as much as I can. And the only way I can do is put myself out there, not be embarrassed about my story, not feel some kind of way. And I know it took a lot of growth for me to get to where I'm at in order to tell my story. So that's the only way I can share about the broken system that we have going on here in America, but not just America, but around the world in general, when it comes to the adoption system, when it comes to the foster home system and the just the state system alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what are you thinking that some of the steps that we can take as people watching, and you got a lot of viewers watching now and they're leaving a lot of beautiful comments for you, but what are some of the things that we can do as as individuals? How can we help expose and change a system, in your opinion?
You know what? I just do your studies and just be more aware, self-awareness of what's really going on out there. It's not pretty like you suppose. It's with a bow tie. It's not a beautiful house like you suppose. With the foster care and the shelters and the adoption system. It's they make this thing for the children, a beautiful thing. Yes, some children they do get the privilege, they are blessed, they do get the right family that doesn't neglect them or abuse them or mean their well-being. But what about those that's one in a million that stand out and that are experiencing the opposite? I'm the one standing there speaking out for them, because I know if it had taken place in my life where I went through 2 failed adoptions, I know there's many more kids out there who have yet experienced trauma that they don't know how to get help from. They don't know who to turn to, but who can they look up to? And so they have to pretty much go through this life wondering how can they get the help they want.
Have you had to get like any type of counseling, or are you in therapy now? How do you keep it all together?
Well, after so many years later, I'm finally in therapy now, and discovered exactly what is really going on with me. And because of trauma, you deal with PTSD, and you know, how are you supposed to really know that if nobody educates you? And you have to come to a self-discovery. And when you come to a self-discovery mode, you got to understand there's no shame to needing a little help so you can be perfectly normal in life, you know, so you don't deal with anxiety and stress, and you can go out there and tell your story. You can go out there, think properly with a little bit of medication.
And I know you cook as well. Do you find that you get any balance in like your diet? Is your diet also a contributing factor?
You know what? I'm not a perfect person, so yeah.
I know you cook. I mean, I've seen your videos. I know you have a cookbook out as well. True, right?
Yes, that's the first book that I released was my 10 recipe vegetarian Indian dishes. And before I released Abandoned But Not Forgotten, or co-authored with all the other books that I've released. So yes, I have a cookbook out there. I do like to cook, but once I get in a certain phase, then I have those moments where I just don't want to cook.
And you say, forget it, I'm eating everything bad. I don't care what it is, just give it to me. Yeah. So what are some of the fun things that you do? I know life is so heavy for you, but you know, you have to find this release somewhere. So I want you to share with us some of the fun things. What are some things that we don't know about Dana that you never told anybody? You've been on a lot of interviews, you know, but what are some of the fun things that Dana loves to do?
God, you know, I miss traveling. One thing I can tell you is that even though I've been through a lot of the ups and downs in life, I have, with my second adopted family, I got to travel. I would love to travel, and just that's one of the fun things I love to do, because I love to embrace different cultures, and because I understand humanity, and I understand you know, just where they come from. It's not like where you're secluded and it's all about you and you make it, you know, just selfish world. I hate making it just about me. I love to give. And just I'm a giver at heart.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So it's so beautiful just to talk with you again. Every time we talk, you know, we've had several conversations on the phone, and this is your second interview with me on first time on this platform, though, and it's just such a delight. I know you have a little girl, and you know, how is it now that you're a mom? What are some of the things that you and her do that are fun, and how do you see yourself as a parent?
I can be a little quirky.
Well, she probably loves that, though.
Yeah. I love to play with her. I love to see her growth. I see the fire in her, like I have the fire. So I want to be able to tame the fire, not, you know, wear her out, you know, and let her know that it's okay to be excited, or it's okay to have a personality, you know. So I know just having a strong-willed child is it makes me understand me and my character. So I just love it. I love having a daughter. She fills my heart and she fulfills me. She really completes me.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I know you have a couple of websites down here. You want to tell us about your websites and which ones do what, so as people are wanting to connect with you, they'll know which one to go to further connect with you.
Yes, DanaPriyankaHammond.com is my author website. So anybody who want to check out a little bit more about my search on my family and little about my background, bio and stuff, and want to purchase my books, they can go to DanaPriyankaHammond.com, or my social medias. If they want to follow me, they can get my social medias on there. HumanTraffickingInc.com is just a little bit more awareness of people who they feel are struggling or maybe in a human trafficking incident and they need help. So it's just a little help booster there, and educational website. So I created it because since I was trafficked, I figured that I would advocate and be the light for the ones who may be in a position that they may need help, and they can go to humantraffickinginc.com for that.
Okay. So before we get out of here, what are some of the things that you would say? Because now I want you to just talk directly to our viewers and let them know some of the signs that they may can look for. Because like you said, things appear, and you were just in a coming out of a relationship, and things may appear to be great, but then that inside that they're not great. So what are some of the signs that maybe we can look for? Because I'm thinking about something just kind of flashed in my head. Once where I lived, I would always hear the mother like just doing all this constant, like yelling at the baby and talking to him all rough and like, get out the car. And he was a little bitty thing, and I would say, to her, like, what could he possibly do? He's only like a year, so I really reached out to friend her just to check on the baby.
Yeah.
So I know for me, that's one thing that I did. But what could you tell our viewers watching some of the signs or some of the things that they can do to kind of like look out for those that can't look out for themselves?
Yeah. Body language is one. How they talk to the children is another, or just in general, if it's a wife or a husband or whatever, as well. So, because adults get trafficked as well. Or if there's abuse going on, just understand the difference. Just be more aware, self-aware of how people are being talked to and how they're being dealt with, because there may be a little telltale sign of there's something going on, and you're just surpassing it and say, oh, it's none of my business, when actually it is your business and there's something going on.
And I think too, I was saying recently how, like how they have us all mask up, that it's real dangerous for people to be abducted now, more so than ever, because everybody's walking around with these masks on. So if somebody say, come here, you don't even see who's up under the mask. And now we're coming up on holiday times, and this is a high trafficking time of year during holidays. So tell us where again to get your book, and we all should get your book. And I know you had posted something on your website that you wanted people to read your book and then explain to them what you want them to do once they do purchase it.
Yes, I would love it if people can, especially for the holidays, they're coming up. This is a perfect gift to buy. Just purchase this book. It's a great read. It may be a small book, but it's impacted full of words and wisdom, and just the story in itself is impactful. And just write a review for me. Write a review on Amazon or Google search or whatever it is. Just write a review regarding this book. I would love it if people can just go ahead and share and purchase and share with your loved ones. Purchase for your loved ones, you know, and I guarantee you they will love this book as a gift.
Absolutely. Tell us the title again.
It's Abandoned But Not Forgotten: One Woman's True Story of Being Abducted as a Child to Scoring the Planet for Her Birth Parents.
Absolutely. So you all watching, then remember that, you know, that makes a great stocking stuffer, or just get it to pass it along. Maybe get the book and maybe take it and gift it to someone, share it in some doctor's offices, or, you know, just wherever you can reach out, you know, maybe share it at your church, some places that could possibly reach out. And somebody will ask, was it on Kindle?
It is an ebook as well. It is on Kindle.
Okay, so thank you for that, Frida. Frida said it is on she wanted to know whether it was on Kindle. And you got a lot of birthday wishes and a lot of comments here. So when we get off, then you can go back and take a look and respond to those viewers that were watching live. Now, what we're going to do, guys, and I'm talking to our people that's watching. If you're watching on Facebook, then I would like for you to replay this video at some point in time. You know, it's not very long, and you can just play it, because sometimes escaping your abuser, you only have a window to do it. And some people just need a window to just get out of there. You know, it may come to them like, okay, I feel strength to leave. And then so they can reach out to Dana through her humantraffickinginc.com, because she has services and she has resources that could help. So I'm just asking you all watching to share this video, to also replay the video. We'll be replaying it all month of this month on the I Am Enough Talk Show page, so you all can take an interest in helping us out. Because Dana, you said something very, very key, and that is that we cannot be selfish and that we all need one another. So I just applaud you for continuing to love on everybody the way that you do, because you don't have to, you know, but you choose to, because you know that that's where the blessing is. So I just want to thank you so much. And any last words you want to leave with our viewers tonight, go right ahead.
Thank you, everybody, for watching this show. I love you all, and I appreciate the support.
Well, thank you, Dana, and I will see you soon. And viewers, stay tuned. We'll be back here on Sunday for our regular show, the I Am Enough Talk Show, on Sunday evening at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So until then, know that I love you, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Peace, love, and light. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Go through with PTSD. Also, I'm ex-military, but I learned how to turn it into microphone techniques. So I'm gonna freestyle, and then I'm gonna tell y'all a little something, because Wanda D told me to freestyle. Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. Hard with the drums. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I come from the boogie down, south side of town. MCs like me, we come incredible. See, I've been spending so much time in my head. Grab the microphone, did you hear what I just said? I got skills, rocking on the mic, I pay bills all the time. Rapping on the beat with the rhyme. I'm coming off the top of my mind. I do this all the time. This is how I rhyme. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I'm enough.
I am enough. Times right now are totally rough. Every time I'm dealing with this stuff, I grab the microphone and I don't bluff. And when I hold the microphone, I'm like the bluff. Sit back and watch the crowd rock. I grab the microphone non-stop. Blast the microphone is, I got a bonus to grab this mic and do just what I like. Too much hesitation, I had to take the time. Sit back, relax, so I can unwind. I'm messing with my mind. Now I gotta come out here and show this one time that I could unwind. Say a little stuff that was on my mind. And this is how we do. Are y'all with me? I'm with you too. Say I am enough.
I'm enough.
Say I am enough.
I'm enough.
Come on, times are tough and you know it's rough.